Well, his fame has crossed the borders and his talent has crossed genres. A live performer, a soap star and a chart-topping singer. And now an author and humanitarian. Let's get you connected with a Latino sensation. With his Latin looks and crooning vocals, it didn't take long for Ricky Martin to grab the spotlight. Even before his first American album topped the charts, Martin was in the hit band Menudo. But it was his catchy single, Living La Vida Loca, that made him a global star. The single set Martin on a whirlwind tour, performing for millions of screaming fans around the globe. Since then, the Puerto Rican-born singer has come out with a string of hits, including She Bangs and The Cup of Life. Offstage, Martin is known for his extensive humanitarian work and has established a foundation that has made the fight against child trafficking a major focus. Throughout his career, Martin was also subject to speculation and gossip regarding his sexuality. But earlier this year, he put the rumours to rest by disclosing that he is gay. In a new memoir out this month, he discusses this decision and what led up to it. He talked to me about why he's chosen to write about this now.
To be honest, it all started as a game. You know, I sat in front of my computer and I started writing about the work that I've done in my foundation, the Ricky Martin Foundation. We've been working on human trafficking for many years now, and I just said, you know what, let me see how it feels to really actually write about this. And then I started writing about my trips to India, and then I started writing about my spiritual quest and my years in the music business, and then it started to feel really, really, really comfortable about everything, and then I came to the conclusion that it was a really good way to talk about my homosexuality.
Good story. Charlie asks, were you worried about the backlash from your fans when you talked about coming out?
Yeah, I think you're always concerned about what's going to happen to your career after you tell the world something like this. But you know what? I was just really tired of fear. And this book is about acceptance. This book is about recovering dignity. This book is about self-esteem. And for me, the most important thing is to be at peace with who I am. And obviously, the communication that I'm going to have with my children about life is going to be completely transparent. And they are one of the most important reasons why, I went there in this book.
I know the twins are so important to you. How do you rationalize the balance between family and fame, Ricky?
Well, for me, the most important thing is family. The love is basic at this point, and it feels really beautiful to have a 2-year-old tell you, Daddy, Daddy, I love you, every other hour of the day. So for me, that is exactly what motivates me to go into the studio, to start creating images for new videos, or even start thinking about my next world tour.
Good stuff. Another question from one of the viewers. Chris says, was it hard to come out when you were marketed for so long as a sex symbol to women?
Yes, like I said, you are concerned about the reaction of people, but then again, that's allowing yourself to be seduced by ego, and I try to practice detachment every day of my life, and the most important thing is to be happy with yourself and try not to jump into old patterns of like I said, fear. This is me, and I'm happy. And when I'm on stage, I'm going to be dancing, and I'm going to be reacting towards music and the applause of the audience. Yeah. You don't understand the reaction of the audience since I came out. I always say this, but my Twitter account went from 500,000 to 1.8 million. And so so I must say that, fear is mental.
Yeah.
And you just have to be happy.
Yeah. Just one more on this. From Joseph. He asks whether you support gay marriage. Of course I support gay marriage.
I want to have that option. Why do I have to sit in the back row when it comes to such a basic right? You know, for some people, to sign that paper, for some families, to sign that paper is extremely important. Why can't I have it?
Juan Carlos wants to know if there is or was a particular memorable moment that you have got fixed in your mind while you've been performing.
My music has given me the opportunity to literally go around the world. My last tour was so beautiful. I visited almost 70 countries around the world, and to be able to find similarities instead of differences because of music, I think is fantastic.
I know that you have made a commitment to try and stop human trafficking around the world. It's one of the things you really care passionately about. It's something that we're committed to on this show as well. And John asks, what made you support the cause initially?
Well, many years ago, I had the opportunity to go to India, and I rescued 3 girls from the street. Not that were trafficked, but that could have become victims of trafficking. And when I rescued them, I had no idea what human trafficking was. And then I went back home and I started doing my research, and I found out that unfortunately there are men out there that are paying hundreds and thousands of dollars to rape little kids as young as 4 years old. And now knowing about this, not doing something about it, is like allowing it to happen. And for many years now, the Ricky Martin Foundation has been trying to work on just creating awareness around the world. I'm using my music to talk about this subject that is dreadful. We're talking about slavery of the new era.
Listen, you share a passion for this cause with Demi Moore and her husband, Ashton Kutcher, who were on the show last week. They mentioned just how unsexy the issue is. If you had one message to the world, what would it be?
Let's focus on children, and let's make sure that we understand that they're not our future, that they are our present.